Hello and good evening, guys, and welcome to this live session. Good evening, Supreet. Good evening, Fasna, Saurav Kumar. Good evening. Hello and welcome, guys. And please confirm if I am audible and visible to all of you. क्या आप मुझे देख पा रहे हैं? क्या आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? Please confirm in the chat box. And yes, आज हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं आपके फाइनल ग्रुप 4 के एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट के बारे में, which is SPM and BVM. Yes, we are going to discuss about SPM and BVM 100 marks paper of your CMA final group 4. How are you all doing? Please confirm if I'm audible and visible to all of you. Hi Vishal, hi Saloni, Nidhi, Shrisha, Fasna, Anjima. Good evening everyone. Srinath Kumar, yes. Yes, guys, quick time check. Exactly 1.5 months to go for your examinations. Now you cannot afford to leave any stone unturned. Please pull up your socks. Please have ample amount of sleep. Please have a sufficient amount of sleep. Please have sufficient amount of rest. Do not waste your time on social media and employ all your effective working hours towards studies. That is very important at this point in time, because guys, now the exams are really close. Good evening, as Prasad. Yes, I'm audible. Good evening, Yash, Amitesh, Ritesh. Good evening. So yes, what is the subject of discussion today? Guys, the subject discussion is on one of the most important subjects of your final examination, which is SPM and BVM. And yes, guys, it is a subject which holds paramount importance, not only from an exam standpoint, but also from your career standpoint. Because if you want to, have investment banking as your career, if you want to have sort of some valuation as your career, which is a very booming career in today's scenario, then SPM BVM is the subject that you can actually look forward to. And yes, today I have with me a surprise guest for all of you. Yes, today I'm not alone. I have with me one of the very famous, very renowned and superb faculty right from the East. He is none other than our very own, and yes, you know him, Satish Jalan, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome to this live session. Good evening. How are you doing?
Hello. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for inviting me. It is a great time to be with you. The Sunday ban gaya, sir,
Great, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
I'm very
Absolutely.
excited to meet the students also.
Yes,
So
sir. See, sir.
it's a
Students
great
are
pleasure.
saying hi to you.
Hello,
Yes, Satish,
बच्चों.
sir.
Hello, CMAs. Hello, CMAs. मैंने तो आपको ऐसे ही बोल दिया CMA. आप ही CMA ऑलरेडी बन चुके हो. CMA
Yes,
आप
sir. आपने
ऑलरेडी बन
बोल
चुके
दिया.
हो.
Yes,
ये विश्वास
absolutely.
करना जरूरी है.
सर ने बोल दिया, आप सब
Alright.
सीएम में बन गए बस. Yes. Now इंस्टीट्यूट को
बस
सिर्फ अब आपको स्टैम्प देना जरूरी है. That's it.
स्टैंप लगाना बाकी है, एग्जाम देना बाकी है.
Yes.
So
Very good. So, sir.
it's a very good thing that we have come here together. See, although we teach same subjects, but we are
Yes.
so close to one another that we don't feel it as a competition. We feel it as a collaboration.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's very indeed a great gesture, sir, from your part that we are together on a single video, which is, I think, a precedence in itself to be followed by all other members of the fraternity. Because अब देखिए बाकी कोई भी नॉर्मली सेम सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाने वाले इस तरह से स्टूडेंट को गाइड करने एक ही जगह कभी नहीं आते.
बिल्कुल
तो
सर, बिल्कुल.
स्टूडेंट्स हर बार अलग अलग एक ही सब्जेक्ट अलग अलग सर से अलग अलग गाइडेंस लेते हैं सर, और वो फिर अलग अलग तरह से प्रिपेयर करते हैं और वो सब्जेक्ट में स्ट्रगल करते हैं. सो टुडे इट इज
Yes.
रियली अ ग्रेट मतलब समथिंग विच has to be followed from now on for everyone, that students get a composite guidance, a comprehensive guidance
Absolutely.
from similar mindset people, even though they are teaching the same subjects. So students सबके
Correct.
अपने अपने जिसको जो प्रेफर करते हैं सर वो जाते ही हैं, but point is at the end the student community should win. So this is a great gesture from your part that we are together here today in this session.
And sir,
Thank you,
thank
sir,
you
once again.
also. Thank you so much. Even when you are out with your family. So, guys, Satish sir is out with his family, and still he, said that no, I'll be live on this channel and I'll be there using my phone or something. So, sir,
Yes.
thank you so much for your
Sir,
time, and thank you so much
all our
for.
family, our students are our family also. So I have
Yes,
never
yes,
jeopardized, and I think you are, see, or even on Sunday, you are also with your board. on the backside. That means आपका भी family यही है. हम लोगों का family सर कोई
Yes,
different
sir.
नहीं है. Students are
Correct.
included in our family. So it's just that one part of the family is on the right side, another family is on the front of us.
On the
So
left side. Perfect.
on the left side
Very
और
well
अभी
said,
right
sir.
now तो
Very well
सामने
said.
हम. Yes, sir.
Very well said. Very well said, sir. Superb, sir. So, sir,
Yes, sir.
you are one of the most renowned and one of the most experienced faculties who's teaching SPM BVM for a very, very long time. So, sir,
Yes, sir.
1.5 months from now, we have SPM BVM examination. We have CMA final examination. We have CMA inter examination. So, sir, what is your take on SPM BVM as a subject? Which chapters do you think are important? Which chapters the students should focus on? What will be your guidance towards this subject?
So the first and foremost thing is SPMBB is very, very scoring subject. This is
Yes.
one out of this four subject in group two, one subject which is
Yes.
a blessing for all the students. So
Correct.
here I have never seen until now any student failing in SPMBB.
Correct.
So if anything is there in mind that you may fail in this subject, it is a wrong notion. Even in
Correct.
worst scenario, students have got the exemption in this subject. So
Correct.
at first, it is a very, very easy subject as compared to all other subjects of your CMA. The
Correct.
thing is, you have to first understand that it is a strategical paper also. Means you don't you don't have to study everything that is written in the institute material. If one goes
Correct.
strategically, it is very easy to score 80 plus. Actually, the
Correct.
title, I think the title of your video is 85 plus. So I'm
Yes.
very sure that if a student has the right strategy, it will be 85 plus. But the
Correct.
thing is, students sometimes got get lost in this ocean कि ultimately हम लोगों को सारा चीज पढ़ना है तो हम कैसे cope up करेंगे. So
Correct.
this is one particular thing we should take up today, that exactly strategically, like what are the things that we should focus. If
Correct.
we are able to identify that, you will
Correct.
be able to get through. For this, I will
Absolutely.
recommend, like, if say students can sit with past year's paper for once,
Yes.
last 5 terms paper, if you just match, even so chapter wise position is also fixed in
Correct.
most of our CMA papers. Like this
Correct.
chapter's question will be coming in this particular question number also. So
Correct.
that kind of accuracy is there in the paper. So it's very predictable. You don't have to worry about it. You
Correct.
can easily crack it, but you have to be very, very specific in your preparation. If you follow that, I'm very sure the students who have scored 80 plus, they have done that pickup. They have basically
Correct.
selected that topics in your preparation. So today, sir,
Correct.
you please start with BV first, because
Sure, sir.
I think BV is very much practical, and students
Hmm.
are always very curious about to know about practical stuffs before.
Correct. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what I have done is I have made a small analysis of past 8 attempts paper, and I have
Very
jotted
good.
down in this Excel sheet. And the analysis tells us that number one, very important thing about business valuation is that theory questions do seldom come in the examination. So, guys, theory you
In
can
BV, in
easily
business value.
in BV, in business valuation, correct? Not in SPM, but in business valuation, theory seldom comes in the examination. Yes, in MCQs, something like a fill in the blanks or something like one word answer, true, false. In that, a little bit of theory can come, but otherwise, theory you can discount, guys, while studying, and you need not do that entire theory which is given specifically in the chapters like mergers and acquisition, like basics of valuation and valuation models. There's so much of theory portion in it. You can low lie on it. Okay, you can just read it once and that's it. Don't lay a lot of emphasis on it. And the most important thing in business valuation is that out of 50 marks, at least 15 marks is dedicated to mergers and acquisition chapter. One chapter and 15 marks question, 10 to 15 marks question will come only from mergers and acquisition chapter. So that merger and acquisition chapter is the most important chapter in your syllabus, guys. So I would recommend you to not even leave a single question of mergers and acquisition which is there in the study mat, which is there in the past examination questions, which is there in the MTP, which is there in the past examination MTPs. Don't leave even single question of mergers and acquisition, because it is guaranteed 110%. It is always coming that, you know, at least 15 marks of 15 marks is dedicated to mergers and acquisition. And when business valuation was of full 100 marks, then 40 marks question used to come, or 30 marks question used to come from merger and acquisition itself. And even I have seen scenarios in past examinations, guys, out of 50 marks, 25 marks question was from merger and acquisition. Two different questions were there, 15 marks question and 10 marks question. There was one attempt, 25 marks question was there only from merger and acquisition. So that tells how important is this particular chapter, merger and acquisition. And the second most important chapter which is there in your syllabus is basics of valuation and valuation models. Guys, in this particular chapter, you have to do economic value added, market value added, discounted cash flow, then all the techniques like comparable transaction technique, all the techniques which are there in valuation, how to compute cost of capital, how to compute different kind of beta, how to calculate this formula for beta. So these small things, CAPM model, all these things hold very good importance in your examination. They are very basic, they are very easy. So easily you can score 35 to 40 marks out of 50 marks in business valuation. These two chapters are the most important chapters, which are category A chapters. If I come on to category B chapters, shares and bonds is the most important chapter in category B. Shares and bonds, then goodwill, brands, HRA, human resource. These three chapters are B category chapters. And guys, valuation of liabilities, you can easily leave. Never ever has a question been asked from valuation of liabilities. Valuation of inventory also, you can low lie on it. Don't leave, but low lie on it. Don't do it very rigorously. So these two chapters you can low lie on, and rest, these chapters like merger and acquisition, basics, and valuation models, these are most important chapters from an exam standpoint. Satish sir, please add something if I've missed out on something.
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, like I will also want to ask you about what's your take on the new syllabus thing, because in new
Yes.
syllabus we have 3-4 new chapters in the business valuation. Like first chapter has completely changed. One
Yes.
second, this IBC thing has come, insolvency and bankruptcy
Yes.
code
Yes.
valuation, and has come.
Yes.
So what is your
Yes.
take regarding this too?
Okay. So
And
first
what
of all,
else
let's
new
talk
has
about.
come?
Hmm. So first of all, let's talk about the additions which have been made in the individual chapters of our syllabus. Not the new chapters, but the additions which are made in individual chapters of the syllabus. Guys, please do not worry a lot about those small insertions which have been made in the old chapters, because those insertions are important from a theoretical standpoint, because theory has been added somewhere. So I'll give you an example. Mergers and acquisition chapter, the practical portion remains the same, but there has been an insertion with respect to the acquisition pricing definition. There's a definition which has been inserted in the chapter, which is acquisition pricing. What do you mean by acquisition pricing? Then there's another terminology which has been inserted, acquisition premium. Now, guys, all these terminologies we have already studied. Acquisition pricing means purchase consideration. Acquisition premium means synergy. So we have already studied these. These definitions are already covered in your syllabus, but it's just that
Common
its
thing.
name has been changed. So don't worry about these small insertions which have been inserted in the practical topics. In any case, the questions are absolutely the same. So practice upon the questions and low lie on these small changes. Secondly, talking about law. Yes, sir. Please add up.
Yes, sir. Like if we can show them, sir, model paper, and if you have the access on your screen, and
Yes.
also one paper from the past, if you have any paper access, then probably
Yes, sir.
students will be convinced as in what we are trying to say. I think so.
Yes, sir. I'll just open the MTP.
Yes.
MTP is there readily available with me.
Yes.
Because, sir, MTP is the only paper which has been released as per the new syllabus. If we
Yes.
take
From
the
old
old
syllabus
papers,
also.
then if we take the old
Can I
syllabus,
share?
then it would
I
not
have
be,
one.
but that would not be relevant, because that will be according to the old syllabus. We want to
Still,
tell the
students
students
will
about
not.
new syllabus.
We can share about both, so that they are able to
Yes, yes.
understand that old and new, how far it is different. from
Yes.
exam standard point of view. Yeah, math wise little difference is there, but from exam
Yes.
standard point of view, what is exactly different? Students would be able to
Hmm.
understand better.
Yes, sir. So I've opened the model test paper and I'll come to the BV portion of it. Okay.
Yes. So in BV portion, if we
Yes.
show
This is
them, you see, first question is just a basic theory.
correct. DCF
Second
valuation.
is also a little basic theory. Then practical.
Dividend
Then
discount model, which is the normal thing.
yes,
Again, merger and acquisition, alpha beta is
yes.
merging, premium synergy premium is required to be computed. Enterprise value, what are its component?
This is the basic thing.
Yes. Then, sir, this is a question on fair market
Full
valuation.
practical.
Full
Full
practical.
practical.
Correct. Full practical.
This is from valuation of shares, right? Or
Yes, sir.
valuation of enterprise.
Shares.
Yes.
Then we have
Then
brand
we have
valuation.
valuation, a
Again,
simple,
practical portion,
then merger,
merger and acquisition, economic value added, definition of economic value added.
the common basic thing which was there in the same old course also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then
These are
calculation
basically
of
popular topics. These are popular topics which are also connected with CA Final SFM. I have seen that
correct.
most of the same things are only asked here.
Correct.
And again, in last, what is it about?
Sir, merger and acquisition.
Again, merger and acquisition. So, guys, you
Yes.
see, if in business valuation, to be very frank, be now exam focused. Knowledge focus is different. Exam focus is different. So if you become exam focused, what is the role of theory in your paper? There is nothing. And if you waste time in studying theory, maybe from institute math and maybe from any other classes at this exam time, so it will cost your time. That's the only thing that is going to happen. The strategy says that you should practice the practicals. If you don't
Correct.
practice, you won't be able to handle these questions. Now, the problem is in our recent just development of our old from new syllabus from old syllabus, the material of this SPM BB came very late also. Now,
Correct.
post that, we teachers have been just reading and understanding what institute is trying to teach you from this subject's new course
Correct.
material, and students are constantly worrying about what new are there. So many new things are there in BB. How to handle. The thing is,
Correct.
you have to only study practicals and rust a
Correct.
little bit whatever related terminologies are there. Like if you are studying in economic value added, then
Hmm.
definitely you study a theory about it. So that's the practical question and theory question in your exam.
Correct.
And regarding MCQs, some MCQs are there in our material, right, sir?
Yes, sir. They are there.
In institute
Very much
material,
there.
even in old
Institute
course and
study
in
mat.
the new course.
Yes.
So if
Both.
you just
Both.
practice the MCQs from the institute material itself, your MCQs
Hmm.
are done. You don't have to study every line in the institute mat to get the MCQs.
Correct.
Or ठीक है,
Correct.
because of new chapters, if one or two MCQ you are unable to handle, that is all right to you. But because for that one, two MCQs, how much pages you will go through and how many classes you will go through, that's a big question. Because
Correct.
this is a specific advice, I think, sir, for students who are appearing in July, and especially those who are giving a new syllabus. Because in new syllabus they have added too much of business valuation theories, which is
Correct.
totally totally
Unnecessary.
irrelevant. Yeah, irrelevant.
Yes.
Yes, and from the exam point of view, this is my take.
Correct. Perfectly summarized, sir. Now, guys, talking
Yes.
about the theoretical chapters which have been inserted, like IBC or the allied laws which have been inserted. Guys, regarding those laws as well, and plus there is a merger and acquisition companies act sections which have been inserted. Don't worry
Hmm.
about these sections also, because these you have already studied in your law, in your first group law. You have studied in detail these sections, and to my best of my knowledge, a examiner cannot give you a full fledged law question in business valuation subject. It cannot ask you that enumerate the procedure of a merger and acquisition. It cannot ask you about the complete sections of merger and acquisition. A full fledged question cannot come from this particular aspect. That is inserted just for your knowledge, just to enhance your legal knowledge about the subject as well. That's it.
Yes.
So, sir, coming on to SPM, what is your take on SPM?
See, sir, SPM also
Hmm.
largely, if say sums wise. For example, SPM we have sums only from that maxima minima
Enterprise
things.
risk correct. Economic efficiency and enterprise
Yes,
risk management. Z score will come,
Z
and
score. Yes,
economic efficiency will come. Two question practical will definitely come.
will definitely come, and these two are exactly same as what we have done in our old syllabus also.
Correct.
So specifically for the students who have converted themselves from old to new or are giving in new and have got the old classes. So you
Correct.
should do all the practicals from your chapter 4 risk management, enterprise risk management, which is the Z score questions, and you should also do all the questions of your economic efficiency chapter, which is related to your
Correct.
calculus. If you do
Correct.
these two are definitely going to come. All right. Although
100%.
in every chapter, 1122 paragraph or pages are there, which are comprising of new concepts, and
Correct.
those new concepts are quite sir, I will say conceptual. If one have studied just once, they'll be able to cope up with it. So
Correct.
I think
Very true.
very few, like in first chapter, there are two new units, which is just two pages. In chapter 2, there are just a few pages again inserted. But there are some things which I would like to point here, like for say balance scorecard, for supply chain management, for CRMs, customer relationship management, for MIS. So Institute has added some points in every aspect. In balance
Correct.
scorecard, they have changed some points. In CRM, they have changed the points. In MIS, they have changed the points. So the question comes like whether we have to study the new points or we can write by our own.
Correct.
So what is your take on this, sir?
Sir, I think it is just a matter of rephrasing or rewording the entire
Yes,
concept. So
yes,
suppose
yes.
supply chain management is there. It will remain supply chain management only, or balance
Exactly.
scorecard is there. It will have those four, five elements only which is required to be looked at
Yes,
by the organization. Changing the
yes,
words might not be significant.
yes, yes. So if words have changed, that doesn't mean that you have to study it all over again. You can just go through and
Yes.
see whether the meaning is same or not. And you're always allowed to write your own words. Just highlight the key things.
Correct.
Like key things are not going to change now. For example,
Correct.
in say balance scorecard, if there are four perspectives, then those four perspectives are always going to remain same. So if
Correct.
internal description has changed a little bit, that should not be a cause of worry. Although there are some in between 1 2 extra units, if you have not
Hmm.
studied before, you might not be able to answer it. But
Correct.
interestingly, in our model question bank, there is no questions related to those extra things. However,
Correct.
we
Correct.
can hedge
Hmm.
ourselves. However, we can hedge ourselves by reading those extra things, and we should not worry about the things that are same but in different wordings.
Correct. I've also simultaneously opened the MTP, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
you see the MTP also, then the lengthy questions, the theory questions which come related to CRM, balance scorecard, the lengthy questions, question number two A, A, B, both of them are from the old concepts. Then we calculate the ROE, Six Sigma, which is a part of our syllabus already. Then again that maxima minima question,
Yes,
and
price
finally the
distribution.
NCAER model, which is the standard model, Z score model, which is the standard model which we have studied. So that is how our paper is. I mean, it's very clear. It's amply clear that they have
Yes,
clearly.
there, sir, I will add here, there is one more score, Binish M score that has been added. So I think there
Hmm.
is one question in model question bank related to that. So that can be taught. So that we will do it in extra classes of SPM, Vinish M score, which is a practical thing, and formula is given usually in the sums. You need to just put the values. So that way you can manage that Vinish M score, and it is like similarly Z score. Normally we need to remember the formulas, but in M score you can't remember. It is very long.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
institute has given us a list of formula also in the question itself. So
Hmm.
a little bit, I think one two topic from every chapter is there. A little
Hmm.
bit to revise and just to go through once. If a student
Correct.
does that, two practicals are there. First of all, one is from your chapter 4, one is from chapter 3. So that
Correct.
sets aside some marks for you. And then for
Correct.
remaining theory, you don't have to worry because for new syllabus, yeah, some extra is there. We will be covering that. But there is
Hmm.
nothing that you can't do. All those theories
Hmm.
can be done, I will say, in a single sitting. The extra
Hmm.
theories that are there, if a student sits for just one full day, he will be able to cope up with all the theories like that.
Correct. Correct. Very true. Perfect,
Yes, sir.
sir. So I think we have covered almost all the points with respect to the old syllabus as well as new syllabus. And I think now
Yes.
students will be amply clear on how to go about, mapping these two things, old syllabus and new syllabus, because time is quite less for July attempt. For December students, still time is there. For July, time is very less.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I think for new syllabus, I think sir is also becoming very generous. He is helping out his day and night students to understand what is there in the PV extra part and SPM extra part. And similarly, I'm also trying my best. But dear students, you have to also understand that there is also limitation from both our teachers' timings in hand because we are handling multiple subjects. So we are trying our best to cover up all the detailed portions in the classes. But at this time in
Correct.
this July, we have to be a little bit strategic. Even the
Correct.
teacher, normally we are in-depth teachers. We both teach very in-depth every topic, line by line, word by word, everything. But for July, we are requesting you to be a little bit strategic because that will be a win-win scenario for both of us. You will be able to score, and we have our limited time. So for July term, we want you to focus more on strategic activities like BV. You
Correct.
focus more on practicals and do all the
Correct.
MCQs. In SPM, do all the required practicals first, that is economic efficiency, Z score, and M score a little bit, which will be covered, and whatever a little bit extra is there, just focus on that rather than deep diving into every page or every line, every word
Correct.
by word. So if you just go by this a little bit a strategic move, you will be able to score well also.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes,
Perfect,
sir.
sir. I think largely we have told all the points, and to sum up, guys, do not worry. SPM BVM will be the savior for you. It is one subject which is very scoring and very it will push your marks to the next level if you really work strategically well. So the key is
Yes.
not to do only hard work but also to do some smart work. You need to have an analysis in hand, which I think in past half an hour, me and sir both have given to you in detail. So yes, guys, that's all for this particular session from both of us. Once again, thank you so much, Satish sir, for joining in. And we will
Thank you.
not,
Thank
we will not make you wait for your dinner. You are waiting for your dinner. We will not make you wait for your dinner anymore. So, sir, thank you so much for joining in our live
thank
session.
you.
And yes, we will be taking your support and help in future also whenever required.
Yes, yes, sir. Very much will be together, sir. And all the best, dear students. And you should perform well. Don't worry about this SPMBV at all. All right.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. So yes, guys, that was Satish Jalan sir for all of us, and yes, I got this privilege to invite him on my channel, and the expertise which we both can give you regarding BVM SPM, one person cannot give you because he has his own set of experience for teaching SPM BVM. I have my own set of experience of teaching SPM BVM, and both of us combined together, both of our suggestions or experience combined together can really add value to your preparations. And I hope this session has been really inspiring, has been really motivating, and has been has actually cleared all your doubts from your mind. So yes, thank you so much for joining in this live session. We'll be back with more such live sessions, and I'll try to discuss more subjects and more topics with you before the examination, because this is the key time, guys. This is the key time. If you work hard now, then all your problems will be solved. All your your marks will be escalated to the next level, and yes, you can qualify group 4 very, very, very easily. One very important announcement: from tomorrow 9 p.m. in the evening, cost audit marathon is going to be live on this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. I'll be taking the marathon with all of you. Cost audit, cost and management audit, will be covering up the entire syllabus in a very, very short span of time. So get ready for the marathon video, which will start from tomorrow, Monday, 9 p.m. onwards. And yes, we'll be meeting in our subsequent sessions. That's all for this particular live session, guys. All the very best and happy studying. Bye-bye. See you in the next session.